How to get traction in MLM in the first 3 weeks. Okay, guys, I've gotten a lot of questions about this, and I've run into a lot of people struggling. I wanted to throw this out to you just to help you all out here. Now, this is one of those key points that once you get it, nothing is going to be able to stop you. And I don't care if you've been in MLM 1 day or 5 years. Once you get this one key point, you're going to start a growth cycle that's not going to end. Okay? And if you don't, or until you do get it, it's really going to seem like nothing seems to work. You see, there's this one key point to everything that it all revolves around, and if you don't get this right, nothing you do is going to seem to work or give you results. So what is it? Now, I know this is going to sound cliche, but truthfully, you have to have a vision of where you're going. Now, I know a lot of people talk about you got to have your why. And yeah, your why is important, but honestly, as a business person, I'd say the why is not nearly as important as the what and the where. Once you solidify in your mind what you want to do in clear, defined, measurable, time-sensitive goals, and you have a vision of where you're going, nothing's going to be able to stop you. A good example is my vision is 3,000 or 5,000 people, 3 years. Come hell or high water, that's what's going on. Okay, and I have that belief, and I know that deep down in my heart that that is where I'm going, that's where I'm taking my business. And you sitting there saying, okay, great, Jeremy. Well, then what? I have to have a belief. All in business comes down to a belief. Well, after spending years in business and going all the way through graduate studies in business school, yeah, if you don't know where you're going, there's no way you're going to be able to convince anybody else to follow you. And that's really what you're doing. Other people are deciding they want to join you. They don't join a company, they join you. They see something in you that is going to lead them where they want to go. And the big thing is you know where you're going, and they believe if they follow you, they're going to get where you're going too. Okay? So you're like, great. Okay, I've got a vision, and it's what next? The first 3 weeks, how is this little secret going to get me anywhere? Well, once you get it, suddenly everything clicks like magic. And here's why. Okay, now if you look at the screen here, you see that picture in the background. You may not notice that, but that's actually on the west coast of California in a place called Pebble Beach, kind of in central California, south of San Francisco. That's the 18th hole of the Pebble Beach golf course. It was a really cool trip when I was there. But when I was there, I got to go out into the woods and the forest, and out in the forest, they had these giant redwoods. And these trees grow hundreds of feet tall. I mean, when you walk into the forest, it's like being in a giant cathedral. Well, your MLM business is like one of those giant redwoods. And the roots, which are what hold this whole thing that goes hundreds of feet into the air up, is your belief. If you have your belief and your conviction and your drive and you know where you're heading, which is straight up, that is the first thing. That's the roots. That's what everything is built upon. Now, once you have that, you become like a lighthouse. You're like a beacon. Okay, you shine. There's nothing that can stop you because people can see it inside of you. All of a sudden, the fear of sharing your opportunity is gone. You're not worried about what other people think because you have a vision and you know where you're going and you know where you're taking this business. And don't let anybody fool you or tell you otherwise. This is a business. But it takes action. And I'm going to give you a challenge here. Okay? And I want you to prove me wrong. Okay? Now, I don't care what company you're in. I want you to go out right now and you put together a presentation and record it. Okay? That's going to be your first practice trial run. Then I want you to take your presentation, and over the course of the next 7 days, and if you really want success, you're going to listen to me and follow me, and trust me, your upline is going to thank you for it. Over the next 7 days, I want you to give that presentation to 10 different people. Now you're thinking, whoa, Jeremy, you teach online marketing. What's up with this belly-to-belly stuff? Well, here's what's going to happen. Number one, this is just for practice. You are not there to convince or recruit anyone, okay? You just want 10 people that are not in your company that are going to let you practice your presentation. Now, here's what's going to happen. Number one, you're going to end up with a sign-up or two. You just can't help it. Now, you might not, but every time I've seen this experiment done, the people that do it end up with a sign-up or two. Okay. Number two, over the course of those 10 presentations, you're going to get better and better and better. And at the end of that week, what I want you to do is record another presentation. Now you look at the difference between the two. Okay, what you're going to notice is that your confidence level has gone through the roof. The first one might have sounded like somebody that was unsure of what they were doing. Maybe, in that very first one, it's probably not going to come off pretty polished, and you're going to stumble a whole lot. But once you get to the 11th one that you've recorded, you will realize after listening to it that you get it. You're going to shine with confidence, and people are going to be drawn to you no matter what. All right, guys, that's enough tips for this week. Go out, take the challenge, do 10 presentations in the next 7 days, record one in the beginning, record one at the end, and I guarantee you're going to see traction like you haven't seen in your business in a long time. And if you're just getting started, you go do this now, and nothing's going to stop you. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Tune in next week for my next tip. Go out there and prove me wrong. Jeremy out. Bye, guys.